thank you all for coming. It's nice to have something to celebrate. We've been working on this a long time, so I appreciate everybody coming together for this moment to learn and celebrate what we've, as a school district, have done and are doing today. A couple of introductions. First of all, everybody from the community, thank you for being here. Board members who are here. The school board has been very supportive throughout this project, and we wouldn't be anywhere without that support. I want to thank, we have some student volunteers who are helping out. I want to thank them for coming, and if you need, and they're here to help show you around and show you on the third floor when we start doing the tours where the panels are, so you come out and take a look. I want to thank our partners, McKinstry Company, who are here, who are the design and builders for this project. We've been working with them for a long time, and they have helped this a lot of money, and they've helped us become much more environmentally sustainable, and they've been a big help getting there. We've got a few people to say a few words about this event, and I'm going to start with by introducing Maria Redmond, who's the director of the State of Wisconsin Office of Sustainability and Clean Energy.
All right, I'm sorry, I'm a little short. First off, congratulations. Big round of applause. This is an amazing project. So congratulations to everyone involved in the project. I'm here on behalf of the state of Wisconsin today to just, congratulate you for the hard work that you put in, but also talk a little bit about what this means for the state. At the end of April at the end of April of this year, the governor announced the Wisconsin Clean Energy Plan. And that plan was put together to really address how the state can move towards 100% carbon-free electricity consumed in the state, as well as look at across the economy, how can we help our workforce, how can we educate and do outreach for our communities, and how can we think about the way that we transition to a clean energy economy, making it just, equitable, and making sure that we're all working together with collective action. And this project right here is the perfect example of how that works. That you have a group of people in your school board and your community working together to get the resources, to get the project up and running, and here we are today celebrating the implementation and the deployment of this project. The Clean Energy Plan has a number of different pathways, deploying clean energy technology development, innovating in transportation, maximizing energy efficiency, and modernizing buildings and industry. And this project alone covers so many of the strategies within the plan. Workforce, in putting in the solar, you've supported workforce in Wisconsin. Look at the savings that you're gonna have over the years, $1.5 million. The state of Wisconsin spends $21 billion on energy here in the state, and $14 billion of that leaves the state. So you have made a commitment to keep those dollars here in your community, and we need to see this happen across the state. So not only with this project have you set an example of how you can save money, help with climate change, help with our economy, but you are leading by example. So this is a super great opportunity for our community, and I just want to congratulate you and thank you for having me, and I look forward to seeing more projects and seeing the great work that comes along the way to help our community. Thank you.
Thank you. And then we've got Kathy Koontz, the director of the Dane County Office of Energy and Climate Change.
Thanks, it's such a pleasure to be here today. So first, congratulations. And thank you. Thank you to the school board and the district for being a leader. So I'm from the Dane County Office of Energy and Climate Change. In 2020, we issued a climate action plan for all of Dane County. essentially a roadmap of how we can cut countywide emissions in half by 2030. Now that's important because that's what the climate scientists are telling us we need to do to have a planet we want to live on. The gist of that plan, spoiler, it's kind of a long plan, is that we need everyone else to be leaders. So I'm super excited to be here today with the district because what Monona Grove is doing with this installation is inspiring more installations. So you might not know, but solar is contagious. There are actually research studies that say that when solar gets installed, more solar gets installed. The best predictor of a resident installing solar is that someone in their neighborhood has installed solar. An installation like this can inspire businesses, residents, and other school districts to follow your lead. So that's really important, what you're doing here. You're leading by example in a really important way. So thank you and congratulations. I also want to really call out the committee that made this happen. You know, there are school board officials, community members, students who've written grants, who've done presentations to statewide audiences about this project, who've reached out and gotten people like our office involved. And things like this don't happen without that hard work from all of those stakeholders. So I hope you'll join me in thanking them for making Monona Grove a leader on solar installations. And again, congratulations for all your hard work on this.
Next, I'd like to introduce somebody who's been really key for this, which is Jared Rosing, which is the Director of Business Services for the district. And I've been working with Jared for quite a few years, and he's been really instrumental because he's been open to getting outside of the usual school district box and working on things to save money, save energy. And he's doing it from a business perspective. But he's been open to, coming along on this journey and promoting this journey with us, and has really made a difference in getting things like this done. Jared?
Thanks, Peter. It is a really exciting day. This started a while ago, as they have talked about already, but really, when we start looking at sustainability, this district has been doing a lot of sustainability things prior to 2010, and that's when I joined the district. I mean, we have set a path forward that has identified different projects. We've done 4 different phases with the McKinstry leading, identifying sustainability, energy efficiency opportunities for us. We're on an annual basis right now before this solar project, we're saving over $275,000. And that's just using today's cost. As we see inflation continue to increase, energy costs continue to go up, that continues to put more and more pressure on school budgets. Today's a great day, and we want to celebrate, but we also know that school districts are not receiving additional funding from the state. So we have to not only look at sustainable projects, but ways to help our budget so we can continue to put money into the classrooms. And that's the other exciting part of this project. By being able to save $260,000 on an annual basis now, we're able to push those funds into our educational programming. The other part of it is we're going to save over $85,000 in energy costs today to help pay for this project. The ad hoc sustainability committee was great. When we were starting to look at different options and continuing to have a roadmap forward, finance and business is always sometimes the biggest hurdle to come across. Our community supported an operational referendum, a building referendum, which included replacing the roof on this building, which was step 1. Obviously, there's huge costs that come into play with different projects, but since we were able to put a new roof on this building is one of our largest energy consumer, it made it the right decision. And then we had a committee that wrote and worked very hard to ask for a grant from the PSC, which we were awarded at $250,000. We worked with McKinstry to identify Focus on Energy of $50,000. And then the board was willing to borrow just shy of $1 million for this project, which is exciting because we are literally cash flowing this all with energy savings and grant funding, so it's not coming out of any of the budget. And after 15 years, we're going to be able to pay off this project and be able to put that entire savings into the district's budget. In addition to that, every time energy costs go up, all those savings will be turned around and put right into the district's budget. So this is a great opportunity. I'm happy to be part of it. MG is definitely a leader in Dane County when it comes to thinking outside of the box and sustainability. We have a community that continues to support the school district, and I couldn't be more proud of working with our Board of Education, our teachers, and our students to take this step forward. Thank you.
Next is one of the driving forces in our sustainability committee, Teresa Rademacher, who's a resident of Monona and has been really driving force on the committee, and a newly elected city council member also in Monona.
At some point, a friend of mine said, Teresa, I think you're going to have to, at least at one city council meeting, you'll have to bang your fist on the table and say, there will be a chicken in every pot, and no corruption on my watch. But anyway, it sounded funny when I heard it. Trying to be mindful to not repeat what's already been said, and sort of take my few moments to address a different angle of a project like this. Like, let's say that you are a citizen in this district, in another district. Every one of us is touched by schools. We pay taxes to schools, our children, our neighbor kids go to schools. Every one of us has a connection to a school. Not just this district, but people in this room, I bet we could cover just about every district in the state through the people that you know and the connections you have. And in those districts, there are people like me, just common, everyday citizen, who would like to see some changes and some renewables and some cost savings. And so to those folks, to you, who know people in other districts, I'd like to tell you that you are more powerful than you might think, and perhaps closer than you might think. And what worked for us may not work for every district, but I think there are just a few key elements, perhaps a template for advancing solar in school districts in general. And I think they start with building relationships. Get to know your school board members. Get to know your school administrators. Get to know who your business manager is. You know, everyone knows the principal and the superintendent, and sometimes people don't know the business manager. And sometimes people don't understand the importance of that position in getting something like this done. Figure out who your allies are in the community. Don't just show up at a school board meeting and make some demand. Get to know people and talk to them. Understand what your school has done already. Jared mentioned the years of energy efficiency work, the new rooftop. There already was the ground that was being laid for this project. There was a readiness. People were already moving in that direction. It just needed a little boost, something to let the school board members know that they shouldn't be afraid. There are experts in this community. We can help you to identify opportunities and then present them to you for your approval or rejection, right? But we can work together to get this done. So again, I just want to say that one of our stated goals from the very start of this project was We don't just want to put solar on our own building. We want to help every school do the same thing. And we've taken very deliberate steps to get out in the community and speak at events, as Kathy mentioned. We'll be speaking at other events over the summer. We've got our website updated with FAQs and links to the grant that we wrote, which, by the way, I'm sure Peter will say that even if we didn't get that grant, we still would have done it, because the money, the numbers just are too good to walk away from. But it is there. We want to help. Please reach out to us with any questions. And thank you, everyone, for coming today. It's such a proud day.
Before we wrap up, we need to get to the important part here, which is the students in this building, the students in our district, and the young people that we want to help build a better world for. And so I'm going to introduce a member of our Sustainability Committee, Krishna Elwell, who's also a Monona Grove Class of 24 student.
Morning. I'm Krishna Elwell, a sophomore here, and as a young person, every day I ask myself whether or not I have a future, whether or not I am making a change. This project embodies a message of hope to me that despite the fact we are embattled, our battle can be won. Every day I am told and I can see how my future is being ripped from my hands. But today, you and we have the possibility to make a better future for ourselves. This project is a testament to the fact that we can make a difference. And it gives me hope that if change can happen in my home, then it can happen in yours. The world is very different now due to climate change. But this initiative in Monona, Wisconsin, shows me that we will build a better future. The world is in our hands, but we can make a change. For united, we are strong. Thank you so much, and I'm glad you're all here at Monona Grove.
I think one of the important points is that there are 2,000 school buildings in the state of Wisconsin. Each one of those is the center of a community. And a center of a community, and they're all in the same situation that we are. And the important part of this project, one of the very important things to me, is that we have tried deliberately to set this up and do this in a way that is replicable on any school in the state of Wisconsin. They all have the same financing situation, they all have the same environment and climate, they all have the same costs or similar. And so we believe that by doing this, that we can help get sustainable programs across the state of Wisconsin by setting an example, showing people how to do this, making it clear to them, and providing them information on how we got this done. And as it was said, once it's contagious. And so that to us is to me personally, and to many of us on the committee, is the most important part of this project, is that we be the start of that contagion. And my final thing to say is that on the school board, you're often making difficult decisions. You're always making difficult decisions. And my school board colleagues here will understand this. You're always choosing one program over another. You're always deciding where are the tough cuts. We need to do something here. Well, where are we going to find the money? There's always these difficult decisions, except for this one. There aren't any downsides. This is, when you came to it, this was the easiest financial decision, the easiest decision to make, because we're doing good things for the bottom line, we're doing good things for the environment, we're setting examples for the students, we're providing educational opportunities for the students. There just was no downside, no bottom line, and so it was sort of the easiest decision to make as a school board member. And so I'm happy we're here. This has been a long time coming. Thanks again for everybody coming. And at this point, I'd like to invite before we get to the cake, we've got one last thing to do. And I'd like to invite the members of the Sustainability Committee to come up front. People have been working on this for a while, because you know, we wanted to have a ribbon cutting. We decided we'd go beyond that because the ribbon's not that appropriate. Come on up. We're not having a ribbon cutting, we're having a cable cutting. Gretchen, you grab one end. Matt?